Meet LevelDB. Google came in. They said, well, you know what? We don't like these B3's goofy stuff. We want something cooler. Okay. So this has been written, LevelDB has been written by Jeff and Sanjay from Google in 2011. Okay. Brilliant guys. And when they built this database, they had one goal in mind, right? They want to build a database engine. And they want it to be so fast and insert. And guess what? Why do we say so fast? Are you saying B3s are slow, Hussein, on inserts? Oh, well, yeah. And if you understand how B3 works, you'll immediately know that every insert can trigger a rebalance to the tree. And when you re-trigger the balance, that could cascade into a slow performance up to, I think, big O of log of n, I think. Okay. Whereas this guy is big O of 1 because there is no balancing in this thing. There's no tree to balance. There's a log structured merge tree, LSM, and we're gonna make a video dedicated to that. I'm not gonna bother you guys with more details here. Okay, it doesn't have any transactions. Those guys are keeping it simple, right? So no transactions. This is the goal. We're building something for high insert and SSD, solid state drives. Okay, why solid state drives, guys? Let's think about it a little bit. Solid state drives and B3s are a bad deal, guys, because every insert you do, right, it's not just going to the end of the file. Sometimes you have to go and update the tree to rebalance it, right? And when you rebalance the tree, you do an update, you move files around, and you touch existing bits on the disk to change it to something else. SSD hates that. Okay, you have limited number of lifetime for the bit on the disk and SSD. I don't know how much is that, but it's bad. They do not like that. Changing the bit on place is bad idea on SSD. Okay, yes, obviously we're running all on SSDs, and SSDs are getting better, but SSDs are fantastic for reads and fantastic for inserts. If there is an existing thing, you want me to add stuff, right? If there is a new blank disk, I want you to write to it, I can do this so fast. You want to read? I can do this so fast. You want to update? Okay, I can do that fast too, but you're gonna hurt me, man. You're gonna hurt me. You're gonna reduce my shelf life. Okay, because I can only change this stuff so much, after which this bit will get burned. And then if it get burned, okay, if that die, I'm gonna mark it as unusable. If that's marked unusable, I have to find another place for your bit, and that will degrade your life of the SSD drive. Sorry for the long rant there, but essentially that's why their goal says, how do I build a storage engine that only inserts and never updates existing things? Okay, if I want to update, it's an insert. Okay, if you want to update, it's an insert. Well, you might say, Hussein, that isn't that just like losing disk space? Well, then you have to really think about what the heck are you doing. Okay, if you're deleting stuff a lot, inserting and deleting, probably not a good idea to use that model. Okay, if you're gonna fill up your disk space really well, right? And that's the LSM model is also good for historical reasons, because you know the history of what happened. Okay, nothing is ever deleted. Inspired by Google Big Table, yeah, which I know nothing about. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it at that. Okay. I'm gonna leave it to the experts. If anyone who knows about Big Table, please feel free to comment in the YouTube comments below to correct me or just add more information. Right? I might make a video about Big Table in the future, where I will at that time, okay, will probably know about this thing. So why is it called LevelDB? It has levels, guys. Right? Always still recording good. It has levels, right? So when you insert, the first level is the mem table. That's the memory. And you might say, Hussein, what the hell are you talking about? Memory? Really? Database and memory? That's a bad deal, son. That's a bad deal. What if my database bleh, just crashed in the middle of writing to the memory table. Well, that's not durable. Those guys didn't say they are durable, but here's the thing. They do support write ahead logs, right? So wall. And when they write to the mem table, they also write to a log that commits to the disk immediately. So yes, mem table is their memory, but they also write to disk in another place. And there's like a lot of another level. So the slower level and the slower level and the slower level until you reach all the levels, right? So young level and then levels 1 to 6, and then every level gets moved to another level when it's reached its size. Okay? So that's why it's called LevelDB. And Facebook, when they looked at this, they did not like this too much. So they built their own database that we're going to talk about in a minute. As files grow larger, levels will be merged and it will be flushed to disk. As we said, like always flushed, merge these two, flush it, okay? Used in Bitcoin Core. Bitcoin Core is actually using LevelDB. AutoCAD, some version of it using LevelDB internally. And Minecraft Pocket Edition, whatever it's called, also uses LevelDB, okay?